Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, everybody. This is Mocha. This is my Liberty horse, my main Liberty horse. And I wanted to talk about something that I've been talking about a lot with not only students that are studying Liberty, but students that are working on their groundwork. And what I want to try to demonstrate here is where the groundwork comes from, where the Liberty work comes from, and how to make it easier for you to work with your horses where you don't feel like you're just kind of pushing and pulling their body around. And the reason I want to cover this is because it will take practice. This isn't something that's just going to come out of thin air and be in your pocket right away, especially if you haven't been implementing it or you haven't noticed your horses implementing it, because sometimes the horses, once they get going and you don't acknowledge those things with them, they just shut it off. They don't pay attention. That's kind of my definition of why a horse gets dull. And usually what happens is a sensitive horse will get dull and they'll just they don't care because the little things don't mean as much to them, even though they meant the world to them in the beginning. So what I'm going to do, and excuse the rain sound, the wet horse, it is winter time here in the Northwest, and of course when I want to do this, there is what is it, a aquatic river or whatever it is, a rainfall river. So when we're working at Liberty, and as well as with our groundwork, we can touch them. Like if I touch her here, she comes with me. So I touch her on her hind end and she comes with me. So we have a physical touch, but we don't have a lead rope on them. And when I'm doing groundwork work with horses, the lead rope is just to help me and the horse communicate better. So what else do we have? We have our verbal cues. So if I add a little bit of energy with this horse, she goes into gait. Yes, she is a Pasofino. She's supposed to move like that. And then if I go again, she goes into a canter. So there we have our sound, our voice command with them. But the most important one that I think, especially with groundwork and building a Liberty horse, is the visual. And that's the easiest one for the horses to stop paying attention, because we got to be consistent with our body and what we're doing with our horses. So with her, I want when she's in shape as a Liberty horse and she's all tuned up, I don't want to have to use a whip. I just want to use my hand signals and body signals. So what I got to do is I got to be consistent with my body with this eye. This eye that's facing me, her left eye, is the eye that she's paying attention to me with. So now I switch sides. Now it's the right eye. Now this is where it gets kind of complicated, because we need to do the same thing with the left side as the right side, right? Well, that is our responsibility, not theirs. So every time I bring my hands together, she should face up. She's paying attention to know if I take my whip out on this side, she should be moving this direction. If I bring my hands together here and I switch my whip on this side, that's her cue to switch directions. She sees that in her eye, and then when she sees them come together, she starts to face up, come in, or at least look with me with both eyes to see what the next maneuver is. Now I point as well. I don't have to, but the pointing is tuning her so that I don't have to use the whip. So I could use this hand with the whip or without to ask her to go forward. This one is to send her out farther away. bringing them together, and then if I step back, she should come in with me. This eye, the eye on the side of the horse that I'm working on, is where all the communication is, okay? So we want to create an invisible string or a magnet on that eye, and that means that we need to be consistent on how our body moves. If I come this way and I want her next to me or with me, she knows that this is the distance that I need away from her. If I do the same thing and I walk towards her, she moves away. Okay? Same thing on this side. So if I'm on this side and I need her to do something, I'll ask her. She should come with me. Okay? And if I go towards her, she should stay in that same space away from me. That is because she's focused on me and my body and what my body is doing, and my body is staying consistent with everything that I asked for her. So if I point, ask her out, she knows to go out. That way, I'm not using just my physical training with my horse to create what I want with the lead rope and halter. I am using visual aids. If you only use physical aids in your groundwork, it's going to really defeat all the progress you could make with a horse working at liberty. Now there's even more to it than that, but that's for another video. So I hope this helps you out a little bit. I appreciate all support from you guys. I appreciate the comments, the subscribes. I appreciate the likes. I read pretty much every dang comment that I can, and I do everything I can to get back to everybody. And thank you very much. Enjoy your day, enjoy your ride, enjoy your horses, and enjoy your lives. And if this video, you made it this far and this video works for you, there's another one. Thanks.